All right, so today is Wednesday. It's the 30. Is it the 31st?
Yes.
It is, isn't it? Oh my God, last day of the month. All right, so it's 8/31/22. 8/31/22. Wow. The agenda, remember, is on the back board. You don't have to fill out this part. All you gotta do is listen to this. If you want to write it, you can write it, but you do have to fill out what your homework is. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do today is the warm up. And you should have completed the warm up already. We did the homework check. Ms. Peoples and I walked around. Is there anyone's homework that we did not check? I'm going to quickly restate the rules and procedures. Okay. I'm going to introduce cluster one. Another word for cluster, sometimes you've heard this before, is unit. It's the same thing. Okay. Cluster, unit. So I'm going to introduce the first cluster or first unit to you. We're going to do a cut paste activity on real numbers. And if you've been doing the homework and watching the videos, I've already talked about real numbers in the homework videos, real number system. Sorry. So we're going to do a little activity with that. And then we're going to write some notes on real number system. All right. The last thing we're going to do is talk about time management. So we're going to talk about time and how we spend our time in the afternoons. Make sure that we're managing our time appropriately so we can get everything done. Because sometimes if we're not careful, we can waste a lot of time just doing only the stuff that we want to do. All right. I'm going to pause for the calls here. We're going to take our bathroom break. Those of you that are staying in the classroom, you can work on your homework at this time or continue to work on the warm up. All right. Homework for tonight, Wednesday. We're going to label the homework. Wednesday's homework in the packet. Okay. If you need directions, there's a homework help video. Remember, the homework help video is in Remind. I'm going to put it in Remind or send it to Remind. And it's also on Canvas for those of you that already have access to Canvas. Don't forget that Remind, you can download the app or you can go to remind.com on your computer. And to access it, you just log in with Google and your teacher's names will come up. But please choose to log, when it says sign in, there's an option to sign in with Google. That's what you do. Okay. All right, which is your school email. All right. Was anybody still writing? Okay. Okay, let's go over the warm up. All right, let's go over the warm up and then we're going to label our homework. All right, we're solving for X again, which means, Samantha, can you close the door for me, baby? It's everybody from the bathroom. Yes. Thank you so much. We are solving for X. So that means we're going to isolate the variable X. We're trying to figure out what number is represented with X. What is the value of X? In order to solve for X, you isolate X. That means you get X by itself. So we're going to work on this side of the equation because this is where X is located. Okay. All right. In order to get X by itself, you have to get rid of any numbers that you can get rid of by addition or subtraction. Okay. Working backwards. So here, -2 is attached to X by which operation? Remember, there are 4. There's addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Carter, it's attached to, not adding. Jessica, it's attached by multiplication. This is automatically, very good, babe. This is automatically multiplication. Okay, very good, Jessica. Great try, Carter. All right. So we are going to, only way to get rid of a -2 is to do the opposite of multiplication, which is what? Division. Okay, so we're not going to get rid of this first. We're going to get rid of the 4 first, +4. What's the opposite of adding 4? So we're going to subtract 4 on both sides of the equation. Remember, When you solve in an equation, you add or subtract first. Okay. All right, so let's look at this side of the equal sign. What is negative 10 minus 4? Carter? Very good, baby. Negative 14. Bring down the equal. Very good. Equals negative 2x. Very good. Because positive 4 minus 4 is 0, right? So we're left with negative 2x on the other side. Okay. Now what do we do to get x by itself? How do we get rid of a negative 2 that's attached by what operation? What operation is it attached by? If you don't see an operation here, what is the automatic operation there? Is it addition, subtraction, multiplication? What's the opposite of multiplication? So we're going to divide both sides by what number? What kind of 2? Okay. What is negative 14 divided by a negative 2? Positive or negative? It's a positive 7. Okay, remember, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Let's bring down our what? Equal sign. How many times will negative 2 go into negative 2? 1. So we have 1x or just what? X. It's understood to be a 1 in front of that x when you see x just sitting there alone. So our answer here is x is equal to 7 or 7 is equal to x. The value of x is 7. Any questions? Raise your hand if you're still writing. Okay. Let's label our homework. Homework is the very back page. Top of the page is you're going to fill out the multiplication chart. This is Wednesday's homework. Wednesday got chopped off by the printer. So please write Wednesday's homework. You can abbreviate homework. Okay. You're going to need note cards for Thursday. You're going to need note cards for Thursday. So please, if you do not have note cards, please try to get some note cards. If you cannot get note cards this week, let me know tomorrow that you don't have note cards so that I can give you some note cards. Raise your hand if you don't have note cards, so I'll know that I already have those out. Raise it high so I can see, please. Note cards, who need them? Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Okay. All right. Everybody else has note cards. Okay. Any questions about how to fill out a multiplication chart? And I see some people have already started. That's wonderful. Okay, so now where are we going to put our packet? In the homework folder. Which side of the folder are we going to put it on? Very good. We're going to put it, right now we're going to put it on this side that says the work to do. We're not finished with the packet, so we're going to put it on the side that says work to do. Let's do that now, please. So you don't lose it. You'll know where it is. Mm-mm. Huh? Mm-hmm. All right, we got it. We'll start as we start getting better with our time. Then I'll add the second one. Yes, ma'am. All right, let's take out our notebook, composition notebook, interactive notebook. Let's take that out. I'm gonna pause for the cause. We're gonna turn to the first page. We're gonna go ahead and number our pages. Okay. Huh? I'm getting ready to go through that again. Enrique, I'm gonna go through it again, babe. All right, let's make sure this is page 1. So at the top, we're gonna put page 1. Yes. In the corner, because this is Q1, we're going to put Q1 in the corner. That way, we'll always know what quarter we put these pages in. This is page 1, intro. This is the title that you'll see on the Canvas page, okay? Kate, are you good, babe? You got it? Okay. Page 2 is the syllabus. In the corner, you're going to put Q1. This is Q1, page 2. And you can abbreviate page if you want to. And this is the syllabus. This is the title that you're going to see on Canvas, okay? If anytime that I'm moving too fast, just raise your hand and let me know, okay? Page 3, you ready? You still writing, baby? You got it? Okay. Page 3, we're going to put in the corner, Q1 again, because we're in Q1. This is page 3, and you can abbreviate page if you want by putting the PG if you want to. And these are rules. We're going to make this a short title. These are your rules. Rules and expectations, okay? We already know that when we come in the classroom, the first thing we do is we put up our cell phone and we pick up a calculator if we need it. Our calculator number and our cell phone number are our desk or chair number, okay? So make sure that you put it in the appropriate, pick up the correct calculator and put your cell phone in the correct slot. Okay? Page 4. Put Q1 in the corner. This is page 4. You can abbreviate page. 4. And these are your mathematical practices. We can just shorten mathematical by putting math practices. These are different strategies that you can use to solve math problems. Math practices. Okay, and you'll see me use these, model these. Okay. Page 5, Q1, page 5. These are your formulas. These are the formulas you must know by heart for end of year testing. As we learn formulas, we will add them to this page. It's really not that many, okay? Hey. It's okay, babe.
If you could pass this around the class and have everyone sign, it's just a quick thank you to Officer Fuentes.
Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna pass this around. We'll start and write your first and last name. This is for Officer Flores. This is just a thank you card for him. Please make sure that you write something. If you want to just sign your name, that's fine. If you want to write a little blurb, that's fine too. Make sure everything that you say is always positive. You don't have anything to say, don't say anything at all, right? Okay. I'm gonna just start it here. Can I start with you, baby? It's when you're finished, you pass it to the next person. The last person at your table, pass it to the next table. Okay? All right. Here we go. Page 6. Page 6 is goal setting page. These are your goals. Q1, page 6. Goals. Okay. This page was optional. We talked about our goals out loud. The only thing that I do want you to write is what your goal is here. Remember that goal that you said yesterday? Please take the time to write that right here on this line. Number 1, what is your math goal? Write that here. That's the only requirement for this page. Some of you might want to go in detail, and that's fine. But I do at this time, pause the video, but I do at this time want you to write your math goal on this line. Whatever that was, remember we talked about it yesterday, please write it beside number 1. And I'm going to pause and walk around to make sure we're doing that. Okay? So now we wrote that goal down. This is page 7. We're going to paste this in. Q1, page 7. It used to be our page 6. That's why you see a little 6 in the corner, but it's not 6 anymore. It's page 7. This is our intro to cluster 1. Please paste this down. If I'm moving too fast for you, raise your hand, okay? And I will slow it down. I'm going to pause to the calls to make sure everybody has this pace before I move on to the next thing. Okay, so this is the title of this first cluster, Reasoning with Real Numbers and Exponential Properties. All that's saying is that we're going to learn how to categorize numbers, okay? We talked about that in the homework. We're going to learn about categorizing numbers, how to put numbers in order from least to greatest. We're going to talk about also square roots, cube roots, estimating non-perfect roots. We're going to talk about exponents and how to evaluate an exponent, okay, that have like basis. So all of those things we're going to cover within these next 4 to 5 weeks, depending on how fast you understand the material. Any questions about what I said? And this is a brief description. It's not very friendly, so that's why I wanted to go through that with you. The wording is not as friendly, so I wanted to make sure that you understood what that meant. Everett, you good? These are the vocabulary words that I'm going to be talking about throughout the lesson. All right, let's close up our interactive notebook for right now. Just push it to the side. What you need is a pair of scissors and the little slip of paper that Miss Peoples just passed out. Scissors and that little half sheet of paper that Miss Peoples gave you. And push everything else to the side. This is it. All right, I'm going to give you the directions, and then you're going to do this with your group, okay? Here's the directions. Y'all ready? All right, so you are going to cut out the strips, these boxes right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long boxes. You're going to cut those out. Then you're also going to cut out the smaller boxes along the side, along the bottom. Cut real numbers out, rational, irrational, integers, whole number box, and the natural box. Somebody's talking, so that means they may miss out on the instructions, and the people around them may not be able to hear me as well. Okay. After you cut this out, you and the people that are at your table are going to put the word beside the definition on your table. And then we're going to talk about as a group if you got it right. Okay? And then afterwards, we're going to paste it in our notebook. So cut it out first. And then at your table, with the help of your peers at your table, see if you can match the word with the definition on your table. After we come back together as a group and make sure it's right, then we're going to paste it in our notebook just that way. Any questions? All right, let's do it. Cut it out. Talk to your group members. All right, so real quickly, did anybody get real number right? No. Real number is any and every single number. It's a set of numbers containing all rational, irrational numbers. It's any and every number. Rational are numbers that can be written as a fraction or a ratio. That's rational. Irrational, there are three types of irrational numbers. There's going to be non-perfect roots, non-terminating decimals in pi, numbers that cannot be written as a fraction. That's irrational. Integers are going to be whole numbers and their opposite, okay, or their inverses. So are real numbers that consist of natural numbers and their additive inverse or opposites, no fractions, no decimals. Whole numbers are natural numbers, okay, with zero, no fractions, no decimals. Natural numbers are counting numbers, and that's the order that it goes in, okay? That's the number. And that's what you glue. If you don't have time, I can give you a zip baggie and you can glue it later, okay? All right.